Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat, and here I am today with Toonami's ratings from January 4th, 2020. Let's start with the top of the block. At the beginning of the block, you have My Hero Academia at a .22, One Punch Man at a .18, Dr. Stone at a .19, Fire Force at a .17, Food Wars at a .16, Demon Slayer at a .16, Black Clover at a .12, Jojo at a .11, Naruto at a .11, The Promised Neverland at a .09, and Attack on Titan at a .10. Overall, I thought this was an okay week for the block. Look at the numbers. There's a couple of numbers I thought were pretty good and a couple I thought were pretty bad this week. So one of the bigger winners this week, in my opinion, is My Hero Academia. It went up 200s to .22. And based on where I think the numbers are going to be in the start of this new year, I think this is roughly the ceiling of what you can expect from My Hero Academia. Currently in the middle of season 4. It's new dub episodes. The sub, I believe, is a week or two ahead. I'm not 100% certain on that in Japan. So these are relatively very new episodes. And I think those are still being received pretty well, especially if the ratings being this reasonable at this point. And like I said, you can kiss the days of .3 or higher goodbye with no Dragon Ball on the block. So here's where we are now. And then you have Dr. Stone made its first ever appearance at 11:30. .19's okay. It's the type of show and type of slot. I would really, really like to see it hit .2. Didn't quite get there, but it is plausible that in the next couple weeks it does get there. You have One Punch Man getting towards a head at a .18 this week. Next week is the season finale of One Punch Man Season 2 on the block. So let's see if that leads to something of a bump in the ratings. It looks pretty interesting from the promos, so perhaps it will. Fire Force .17. Not much you can say there. It's an okay week. Food Wars .16. It's an okay week. Demon Slayer at a .16. When you get to this point in the block and you're still getting .16s, that's actually pretty good. So overall, pretty good week for Demon Slayer. Then here's where stuff gets sketchy. Black Clover at a .12. I don't personally follow Black Clover. I suppose it was more of a kind of a in between actions type of episode where the ratings historically for these types of shows do droop a little. And then you have Golden Wind at a .11. Diamond is Unbreakable had these issues too, where it would just barely struggle to get over .10, but over time those ratings did somewhat improve. But again, it's just really sad to see the same thing happen to Golden Wind this time around. Maybe it increases ratings again, but on the other hand, it's at 2:30, pretty late at night, pretty late in the block. So I suppose a lot of people could have tuned out by then. So kind of unsurprising, but at the same time, kind of disappointing considering I consider that one of the better shows on the block. You have Naruto, which at this point in its run is a glorified rerun out of .11, and they did Promise Neverland rerun .09, and they have Attack on Titan rerun of .10. Only thing to point out is me being frustrated a little that the second run of the debut episode of The Promised Neverland rated worse than an episode of Attack on Titan in season 1 that's probably aired like 8 times already on the block historically. So at the same time, I really love to see Promised Neverland get better numbers, even in reruns, considering I think that was one of the better anime of the past few years. But I digress. It's kind of a cult anime in a way, rather than something like Attack on Titan, which was this massive name that exploded and still has a pretty large fan base to this day. So again, not that surprising, but I'm a little disappointed. What do you guys think? What's your favorite show currently on the block? Which show do you think is going to replace One Punch Man on January 18th? I love reading your guys' comments. I love reading you guys' opinions. If you like this content, if you want more Toonami news content like this, please like this video, please subscribe, and hit that notification button. I am Super Orange Cat, and that is all.